Playing Super Mario World Kaizo and wondered how to get started for yourself? This video is for you. I'm making this with the assumption that you're on a Windows PC, but you can get started on other platforms too. The most important website for this is smwcentral.net. Almost everything you need will be found here. First, we're going to get the SNES 9X emulator from the Tools section. You could use a different emulator or even actual hardware, but we're going to keep it simple. Download it and extract it to a folder. Second, you need a legally obtained backup of Super Mario World. I can't help with this, so I'll just assume you already have it. Put it in the same folder as SNES 9X. Third, we need a patch for a ROM hack. My first choice for a new player is 2 Kaizo 2 Learn, but some other options are Love Yourself, Oops All Fortresses, starting with Kaizo, or Celery. Go to Super Mario World Hacks, Filters, and search for the name of the hack that you want. Click the Patch Now button, then choose your legally obtained backup of Super Mario World and click the Download button. The ROM hack is patched for you in your browser. You'll want to open the zip file that downloads and extract the SMC file to the same folder as before. Open up that folder, open SNES 9X. If it's the first time you're using it, you'll need to set up your controller under Input and Input Configuration. It's important to set the diagonals here too. Then just go to File, Load Game, and choose your ROM hack. You're ready to get started? Have fun and try not to bite off more than you can chew. Every time I hit an on-off switch, it switches the state of the water. So it works out where I just need to hit every on-off switch that I see. And I have to beat this platform up here, grab that gamer coin, turn that back into water, and then go through this pipe using that platform. Now this section is the hard part of the level. Not the clear pipes, they're pretty straightforward. You just have to be fast through them, and that lets you get down to the platform to be able to jump off of it to the right. Coming up, there's a part where I need to jump through, or jump up out of the water to the right, and that's not something that you do every day in Mario World. It's a little bit tricky. Thankfully, this version has made it a little bit easier so that I can have a little more leeway for these jumps. And here I need to time this so that the water is active while I'm inside of it. I gotta go back for that gamer coin. For Mario to enter a door, the top of it needs to be even with his head. You son of a bitch, GP! So after you've collected a mushroom, you can't go in a door that's just one tile high. Oh, that's really good. This level is called Brazilian Dorian Dream, and it's from the upcoming Super Mario World ROM hack, Holiday Extravaganza. Whenever the screen pauses, the on-off state will switch. Pausing here being grabbing a power-up, taking damage, or having Yoshi grow up. We've already taken damage on these baseballs one time. We're gonna keep taking them with us so that we can drop down a P-switch later. We need to catch this mushroom as it's falling. It's the only way to get down and also have something safe to land on. I'm taking more damage to give myself somewhere to stand and also open up the path to this Yoshi. He needs to eat one more thing to grow up, and as long as I'm fast, I can get in the door safely. This orb is definitely too high for me to reach just by jumping. Hold on just a second here. I want to fly, but if I take the cape, the blocks beneath me won't be usable anymore. I have to jump right before I touch it to be able to get flight. That's clever. Okay, no pressure, but this is gonna be 6 in a row if I beat it. Which is a new record. I need to be keeping count. I really only need to worry about counting once I get into the 3rd phase. Because the first 2 phases don't really matter that much. Like, you can tell where you are and what everything is going to be just by the moon. The 3rd phase has more granularity to it. 6. Seven. 8. 8 is the dangerous number because that's where the frog gets fast, really fast. Next should be a shell. Nine. Let's go! 6 in a row. Oh, that's crazy. Holy crap. Hello. Hello. Hi, everyone. I never played Mortal Shell 1. I didn't know that they were making a sequel to it either. Hi, Caleb. Hi, Sensation. Adam is here. Ralph. Mac. Welcome in, everybody. Well, let's get started. We're doing Super Mawaru World again. Super Mawaru World doesn't give me the option to do normal jumps. I have got to... There's something I've been neglecting doing, which would be very simple and would save me time. Yeah, so only spin jumps. In order for me to leave the ground and not be spinning, I need to walk off of the ledge. That's important right here because if I spin jump on top of that disco shell, it gets destroyed. Hey, Nachan. Yeah, so... I have Dark Souls 3. And I think I would want to play that before moving on to other Souls-likes. Sure wish I didn't miss that on off. I also don't think I'm gonna play Dark Souls 3 anytime soon. Because I just did Dark Souls 2. I haven't decided what I'm doing after Rogue Legacy 2 yet. I need to spend more time playing that game. I really enjoy it. I am racing the P-Switch timer, so I can't hang out there forever. Hi, Christina! I'm doing just fine. I slept in today. Which was nice. Hey, Pop. I spent an awful lot of time doing my video work yesterday. And it feels like it was something that shouldn't have taken as long as it did. But
First blood.
I don't know. Congratulations on being first blood. "21. Damn. Hey, Chris, thanks for the heart me. This is a really cool level. This is really cool. Ah, damn. Hey, Sparkle Fritz. Yeah, I've gotten pretty consistent at this part too. Let's go! H? Oh no, the flying disco shell. Okay. Oh boy. This looks like it might be a pretty good use of the flying disco shell. It looks very un-Australian. Gotta go right away. Yeah, that one. This is bizarre. Oh, I have to keep going. Really cool. Really cool. They have it on the Super Nintendo, or the, you know, the... God, I wish they had a good name for that damn thing. Nintendo Switch Online Super Nintendo games. So I've touched it, but I didn't play through the whole thing. I can't remember who it was that had like a super duper high opinion of that. It was someone that I watched on YouTube a long time ago. It may have been Stop Skeletons from Fighting. Neither? Oh, it did stop. That's strange. That's pretty cool. Facebook also just happens to be the platform that is the biggest pain in the butt to set up a video. Hey, Dom. Yeah, I've really been enjoying Mawaru World. So there's that. Let's restart this one. Yeah, the I guess I haven't really looked at what they've been adding to the Nintendo Switch Online games. I haven't really cared. I already have access to everything anyway. Okay. This is just such a creative pack. It really is. There it is! There's the bad flying disco shell. Never mind, this hack stink. What is this, an Australian hack? Hey, Keith. I'm doing good, thank you. Hi, Carissa. You saw the way that the flying disco shell bounces you literally the wrong direction? It kills me that, that the broken version is the one that's still up on SMW Central. That Panamanian? Panamanian. Beer is delicious. That's good. Hi, Sven. Yeah, so the problem with the flying disco shell is it reads the wrong thing to determine which way it will bump you. It is supposed to check where Mario is, and instead it checks where Mario is about to be. The Mario knows where it is at all times. It knows this because it knows where it isn't. Thank you. That is something that took me far too long. And then I also put off making the video about it, which, turned out to be a good thing. My procrastination was the right thing to do, because I would have put the wrong date on there, and everybody would have been confused. Procrastination pays off. So here's the big thing. If you go and look at ROM hacks that are in that skill range, ROM hacks that are in that difficulty range today, you do not get a number that's anywhere near 325. The number is like 450, I think. And that's a result of remoderation having happened. So instead of a little bit of cleanup where I have to do like maybe 10, 15, 20 hacks, looks like we're probably gonna have round 2. What a TED Talk that would be. I keep trying to go straight up to that, and I don't think I can. I have to go through and check to see what all would be on the list now that wasn't. I've done a thing before where I've made something that was really delicious, and I don't remember how I did it. I can't remember off the top of my head what it was, but... Oh, well... There was one thing. He knows that I hate when he does that. That's like one of the few things that gets him kicked out, is him just throwing things on the floor. Oh, this disco show. Oh, it was chicken livers. It was the very first time I ever cooked chicken livers, and I didn't want to fry them. So I cooked them... I don't remember how I cooked them. They were exquisite. They were so good. And I've never been able to recapture how I did it. The only thing I really remember that I had put in there was lemon juice. And if I could remember what I did, I would eat chicken liver a lot more often. Okay. I have time. I wish I could see further to the right. Hi, Ashley. Thank you for the heart. Oh, this makes me so mad. This has been a 10 out of 10 hack. Of course it's not going to use the bad flying disco shell, he said naively. Not when it's so easy to get the fixed one. Thank you for that, Heart Me, Carissa. I was too slow. I'm not sure what I'm having for dinner. I was thinking chili. I have a lot of beans that I want to use. And chili is good to make with beans. But I've not decided. Probably gonna be chili. Which means I would need to start it, like, right away. My beans need to be cooked. When I say right away, I mean after I finish playing. Hey Mike, thanks for the heart me. Fucking flying disco shells, man. That feeling that you get when they bounce you the wrong direction. For me, it's rage. I am enraged when it happens. Okay, spin. Got it. You could even say that I'm beside myself with rage. I can't fucking stand these. I guess all I can do is be thankful that I don't have to ride a flying disco shell with Peace Beam, because that would be unreasonable. Okay. Every time I see a flying disco shell, I'm all like, or nor. God dang it. Okay, so I need to go when that's up. Thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Ah, Big Country, thank you very much for the 600 bit. Hey Nemesis, yeah, I'm doing just fine. Just fine. Had a super duper good weekend. Thank you, Big Country, I really appreciate it. I'm so afraid of getting squished. A hype train? Get scammed, everybody on the hype train. Yeah, this is a great hack. The basic premise is the only kind of jump that you're allowed to do is a spin jump. But Burpee has done a lot of super duper interesting stuff with just that idea. Theron! Theron! Thank you very much! With 5 gift subs? To Pontneuf? Professor Peppy? Virtua Kale? Egregious 17? And Silver Bolt. Thank you very much, Theron. Also, get scammed, Theron. Oops. What if there was a level where you could only spin jump, but also there was a bad disco shell in it? You can't make it up there. I should look into scams one of these days. I hear those work out pretty well for people. Ooh. I can't believe they're coming for the phlebotomist jobs. I think before I would take a gander, I would probably just take a single goose.
Hello there.
I wish that TikTok gave you the ability to take automatic action against phrases and not words. Because none of those words would be safe to mute. Thank you, Big Country. But several of those words together would be totally fine. It must be nice to be a platform holder that gives absolutely zero shits about anything that happens on that platform. Okay. Okay. AI triage? What, like... getting people to answer questions about how they're feeling? I could see a positive outcome to having robotic blood drawing machine. Similar to how there is positive to like an automated fuck, what's it called? The zappy thingy to when people are having cardiac events. Yeah, yeah. Because the positive thing there is that, you know, a defibrillator is only useful in certain circumstances. And they just don't do unless conditions are right for it to actually do something useful. Yes, it requires human operation, but like, what if it's tuned so that you know, it can poke in a lot more smoothly and gently than a human hand could. Something like that. Yeah, this is a really cool level. The fact that like there's a specific cycle that you can go on where everything just kind of works. But also if you mess up your timing on the cycle, you can still recover it. It's very cool. Hi, Peaches. Thank you for the heartbeat. The only thing I don't like is that the wrong flying disco shell was used. I think what I might need to do over there is, just go all the way to the left. Because I guess I'm expecting for the disco shell not to bounce off the wall, but instead to turn around. Oh my god. Okay, I see the problem. Thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate it. That would not have worked. And thank you for the heart me as well. Get over there. I got a few wrong bounces in a row there. Hey, Willow. Well, to be fair, I was very late today. That's true. I guess they don't want to explain what an enigma is. Because then they'd have to talk about how there's mysteries wrapped in conundrums. Wrapped in a burrito. I don't know what the fate of cooking streams are. Are? What the fate of cooking streams will be. I was intending to do more of them, but what I don't want to do is, like, schedule myself to do one at a particular time every week. Whoops. I do cook every day. Most every day. I think people that say that are fooling themselves. I don't know how anybody could think that, honestly. I did. I mean, I guess that people are saying that are people that are buying new equipment every time they cook something. That's the only way that I could possibly think that that could ever be the case. Yeah. Like, I could go and feed myself for a week for the price of what it would be to go and eat out one time. It's crazy. Or maybe they're like including your time as a cost? I don't know. Damn. There is one thing I really appreciate about the use of flying disco shells here, which is that this level simply would not work with a regular disco shell. Most of the time, I feel like people are better off using a regular disco shell and just putting like either sprite-only blocks or 1F0s underneath them in the spaces where they're having to cross a gap. These being pushed up and down would be completely impossible to mimic with a regular disco shell. Damn, it's tough. My TikTok chat isn't working. I don't think there's any way for me to catch up on it. Hi, Carmen! I know you're there, but I can't see what you had sent. I'm gonna guess that it was a heart me, and 10 love you so muches, and maybe a kaizo wings? In which case, I love you too. He said hi? Hi. I restarted the TikTok chat. It should be working. I just can't see. You got a real Bono to pick with them? Yeah, and that's something I want to try and work on more is doing videos with voiceover. I think for the most part that I don't want to do it for all the BeginnerCon stuff, because like my idea there was to have it just be like quick and easy videos to make. But I still have literally hundreds of ROM hack race levels to do. Carmen, you gotta be exhausted. What with working your normal job on top of being a juror? Cute. You know, with the way that she talks about it, her other job might just be running a fight club. I love you too. Ah, man. Hi, Dash. You missed me calling this level Australian. Why is it Australian? Because it has the bad flying disco shell in it. I guess the good news is that I haven't had to do P-speed while riding a disco shell yet. What did I miss? What did I miss? Oh. Yeah, I'll look into it. I have time today. Thank you very much for the follow.
She wants you to grab the webcam and muzzle it with your nose and then give it a smooch and whisper, "I miss you too, Pookie."
Dash, thank you very much for that Prime sub. Taking that money from Jeff Bezos. I guess my camera is capable of picking up audio. I don't think I've ever used the audio from it, because it doesn't sound very good. That disco shell is driving me crazy. So I was, checking out Mr. Mighty Mouse's stream last night. He was doing testing on, this thing that Laser Belch is having built. Which, giving you like challenge runs for games. TikTok chat just wasn't working. And like the games that I was seeing that he was doing were like Megabonk and Peglin and Hades 2. And it was like self-imposed challenges, basically. Like, use this specific weapon type in Hades and beat a run. And then it would give also a secondary challenge, like, at some point during your run, you have to accumulate 1,000 obols. No, the only good and moral way to handle that kind of thing is opt in. Anything else is a moral failure. Fucking disco shell, man. It does, it looks really fun. Like, it picks what game to offer you randomly from a list. And then it also offers up challenges randomly, which there was also stuff on there like Enter the Gungeon and Binding of Isaac. You know what? I'm not sure if he did. I saw somebody who I don't even remember who they are. It's not somebody who I know who they are. But they were putting their 2 cents in about mixtape, saying something, and I'm gonna paraphrase here because I don't remember exactly what was said. But it was like, the only way I could even remotely be okay with this is if the ROM that you get from it isn't redistributable. It's Dr. Kerdung. Hey folks, welcome in. Randomizer? Yeah, so I think there's a fundamental misunderstanding from the people that are anti-mixtape about what it does. Oh, I do like spicy Mycena waffles. We are not mixtaping right now, but I do enjoy a mixtape. Yeah, we get to talk about it. That's what everybody really likes. Yeah, I really like spicy Mycena waffles. I mean, same. Yeah. I mean... I think that... it doesn't need to be opt-in. I think opt-out is a perfectly fine solution. I also don't see what the problem is, but I will admit and accept that people have a problem with it, and if they have a problem with it, that's fine. They can have that problem. They can ask not to be included in it, and then that's a good enough solution for anybody. I really wish I didn't go and land directly on that rock. Yep. There's an orb, all right. I need to somehow mount that disco shell again off of the turn blocks. Yeah. And my thing is, and this is the reason why I don't understand what the problem is, there's nothing that's being done with mixtape that would be impossible to do without it. You could have a collection of save states, these save states being at the start of every level in the world, and load up the save state when you're ready to play a level. Right. Yeah, you... It's always optional what you do and don't play. It's your choice. Like... the literal only argument that I ever see anybody make is, well, I don't want to have my level that you cannot comprehend unless you've seen the rest of the hack before it, put in front of an audience of 20,000 people and have them shit all over it. Well, 99.99% of streamers don't have an audience of 20,000 people. Kaizo is... it's a Japanese word. We don't really use the definition of the Japanese word. It's a genre of level creation where there is a single intended path to take through a level that you are supposed to be taking, and everything in the level is intentionally placed to be used to get you to the end, or to be a specific obstacle to overcome to get to the end. That's my definition of that. Kaizo is when you put a flying disco shell in your level and it doesn't work. Thanks, Sauce. Yeah, I'm doing good. Or like, there was the argument made that ROM hacks are art. Kaizo is awkward triple shell jumps. Yeah, exactly. ROM hacking is art, and artists shouldn't have their art. Changed? Viewed? You would think, from everything that everybody has said, that the existence of mixtape has completely destroyed the fact that any of these ROM hacks are available in their original form whatsoever. Every time a ROM hack gets into a mixtape, the original ROM hack no longer exists. I think that's the problem. I mean, for me, Super Mario World is a really fun game that I play, and I very thoroughly enjoy the cool things that people make with it. And I like playing fun things in fun ways. Hey Andy, thank you for the heart puff, thank you for the rose. I was sad that I had missed out on the ability to do randomized levels from ROM hacks back when all this happened the first time with Iron Bros. Well, I was just happy that Mixtape had come back. And like it's more now than it was then. It's going good, thanks. Like the ability that it gives to curate level, I think is great. That's something that I've always wanted from Mario Maker. Is like to be able to put together a list of, I think this level, this level, this level, and this level all belong together, even though they were made by different people at different times. I guess they must be. Well, if a ROM hack is art and you can't split it up, then I think albums are art also that you can't split up. I think there's an analogy that gets made about how, you know, in music you can't just sample songs to make new songs. But that's not what's happening, is it? And I think there's a lot that's just fundamentally getting lost in the conversation. Because I think what people are actually doing with it, which is playing fun levels in a fun way, is very different from what people are getting upset about, which I guess is taking their levels out of a ROM hack and making a new ROM hack out of it. Which nobody is doing. You actually can't do that with the tool. But anyway, I get, it makes me feel happy whenever I see people opting into having their stuff included. Like, Baba Yaga was a very recent addition, which is perfect because, one of Baba's levels is something that I want to include in a playlist. He did. Yeah, I know, that's why I was surprised. Wyatt also opted in, which I thought was surprising, because he also seemed to be against it. Thanks, Sauce. I think Uriel is probably referring, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, I think Uriel is probably referring to switching to the opt-in model that we have now from opt-out as it was originally released. I hate these flying disco shells with a burning passion. Oh, I hate them. Yeah, so I think, I guess, there's something fundamentally between, you know, people who support it and don't, which is like, I'm looking at it purely from the lens of playing game. And I don't see it from the side of this is creating a new thing. Well, and I guess that's the thing that I just find myself unable to understand, because I keep saying that it's not fundamentally giving access to anything that didn't already exist. You are always capable of going through and playing any level that you want from any hack at any time. And like,
input percent.
These ROM hacks are out there for people to play them. Hi, Third Wall. Bye, Third Wall. Ashley, thank you very much for that brand new subscription on Twitch. And SNW Central also has a database on the website of save files for hacks, so that you can do that more easily. Just play a particular level. So, is that not a condoned behavior implicitly? I don't think I can win. Yeah, I've also never liked the argument of something being allowed simply because it's not illegal to do. I think there's a really good XKCD about that. No! Ah, fuck. I can still save that. I shouldn't have given up. Yeah, it's not illegal, but I would also go further to say I fundamentally don't understand in what possible way it would be immoral. Because I'll always come down to saying it's something that you are possible to do. It is something that is possible to do, and you are capable of doing it without the tool. And I'll say that in the same breath of though I don't understand why there's a problem, I do get that people do have a problem with it. And if they have their problem, there is certainly a way for them not to have their work included. Trial's over for the day. Has the prosecution wrapped up their arguments yet? I guess that's... Oh, they did. Okay. Well... I think that the places that we see people talking about it, like, everywhere, here, Discord, Blue Sky, everywhere is all echo chambers. Have I or have I not seen your energy drink? I don't know what you're talking about. Hint, hint. I thought you only grabbed 2 of them. And that you had drank both of them. I just don't want to see mixtape go away the way Iron Bros went away. Because that's what ended up happening last time, because they didn't stop shitting on Bucket. This was, oh, I didn't know this was an airport one. I think that... I mean, there's no evidence of mixtape going away, or of Bucket wanting to make any further restrictions on what we have. Not that I can imagine what further restrictions would be, but like... the fact that even going as drastically far as switching to an opt-in model instead of an opt-out model still isn't enough for some people. I think points at the criticism literally never stopping. Damn. My friggin' chat broke again. I think. But I don't care to talk about it. Because I think that most of the discussion that I've seen around Mixtape has been extremely negative, and that's partially because I've gone looking in those places where that discussion is happening. I missed out on basically the entire conversation this time. The only part of it that I knew was, hey, here's this cool thing. Oh no, I never get to use it. That, to me, was the biggest tragedy of the whole thing. That there's a cool, fun way to play games that people have decided wasn't allowed. I feel like I have a very simple stance, which is that it's okay for people to not want their stuff to be in there, but it's a tool that should exist. And then also... I don't know how much it was in jest and how much it was to be taken seriously, but the suggestion of creators going out of their way to make some kind of detection for their ROM hacks being played in an unauthorized way, and then to punish the person playing those ROM hacks in an unauthorized way, is a pretty gross thing to talk about. Yeah. Because there already exists a mechanism for your stuff not being included if you don't want it to be included. And I think that that is hinting at specifically going out of your way to harm people. Like, I could imagine a bad actor going and opting in and including this payload on something. And at that point, it becomes a security issue where people are threatening to upload malicious code. And I think that my biggest problem with the opt-in solution is that there's a huge number of people that are going to be unreachable. That would be totally fine with their stuff being used in whatever way people want to use it, because it's there and publicly available in the first place. That we're never going to be able to get in contact with these people. Because they've moved on and they don't care. Well, I don't really know what the fire is going to look like whenever it starts. Maybe it means we end up with another website to host ROM hack. How much do you think he paid for his boss ASM? I asked earnestly. Stupid fucking flying disco shells. I am okay with just blaming Dash for every time the flying disco shell messes up on me. Yeah. Well, that's always been the thing that has kept our hobby in the clear, right? Is the fact that nobody's asking for any money for any of it. Ah, dead. It reminds me of that one time that Grand Poo World 2 got brought up in British Parliament. Are you suggesting that they add a door at the start of the level to take them to the credits? I can't believe that's a thing that still gets brought up. Yeah, it's pretty hard. It would be a lot easier if the flying disco shell wasn't broken. Watch, the next level is gonna have ceiling spikes with only 2 tiles between them and something that needs to be re-grabbed off of. Yeah.
Hello there.
Oh man, I hate these. I've done save states in, I think, 3 hacks at this point. One was because it was a very hard level, and I needed to be able to practice the ending. And the other hacks that I save stated in, I was having 0 fun playing, and I just wanted them to be over. I'm pretty pleased that with Beginner-thon, there was such a small number of hacks that I played that I absolutely detested. I personally have so much of how I play is wrapped up in thinking about things through the lens of either speedrunning or competing, like with ROM hack races, that I hold myself to a standard where I don't use save states. Other people can, it's totally fine. I also find save states very hard to watch. Which also informs how I do or don't use them. Yeah, but, I mean, I want to keep myself in the mindset of competing so that I'm used to it, so it doesn't freak me out when I'm actually doing any kind of competition. And that's the reason why I don't do save states. But, you know, like I said, other people can do what they want. I feel that way about a lot of things, actually. Yeah. I'm not a very good speedrunner. I have a hard time doing the same thing over and over and over again. That's why the Ninja Race has... I have absolutely zero interest in ever doing anything with it. Like, for me, spending a week to shave off a couple seconds is hell. You're real. Oh, man. Yeah. I was surprised by, man, what's the name of that hack? It was a Celicar hack that was basically all about speedrunning. You had to collect all of the coins that were in the level, and there was a timer running while you did it. Why did I do that? I think I see how to do it. Yeah, get rich or... Get rich quick. Get rich quick. That was what it was. Get rich quick had... I think I was trying to jump over to the rock again. Get Rich Quick had some really difficult cape stuff in it. Like, extremely difficult. And I was surprised by how hard it was. Yeah, I didn't get to all the exits of Get Rich Quick because I couldn't get fast enough times. I definitely had a lot of fun with it. Yeah. It's another one that's, like, pretty easy to recommend. But, like, I think people should go into it with the understanding that you're probably not going to get through everything. I agree. I think it should be higher than advanced. And that's purely based on the fact that you are not going to get to see everything without putting a lot of effort into it. There were a few that I played that I think should have been higher than advanced. Like, the one that I knew was going to be a hard time for me was, Mario's Superior Platforming Physics Challenge. That should have easily been Master difficulty. I don't remember. Because the way it was structured, you had, I think, 4 worlds that had 5 levels each. And after you do those 5 levels, it opens up a 6th one, which makes you run through all 5 of those levels in a row. And then if your combined time for all 6 of those previous exits is low enough, it opens up a bonus. Well, I think Perchance is also sitting in a spot where it gates its hardest stuff behind not giving you exits for any of it. But if you got an exit for doing the boss rush or the Luigi fight, easy Grandmaster. Easy. I think so too. And there's definitely some cases where you know, there's a lot of cases where that doesn't work. Like, look at the first round or some of the Nightmare Cafes. They have 0 exits. What's the difficulty on a 0 exit hack? Because you've done all the exits before you even turn it on. Yay, difficulty! Although, I also think that the first round technically is not a 0 exit hack. It just doesn't show a number. And you know what really grinds my gears? Is, when Switch Palaces don't count as exits. exploding food. Holy crap. I've just realized that I've spent the entire stream on this level. I still don't really see how the clear is gonna happen. Because I feel like it's not a high enough bounce from where the shell lives up to where I need to get. Like, I think it's too far to make that jump work, but I guess I just need to try it. Because I don't see anything else that jumps out at me. I think I'm going to be making chicken Alfredo soon. I've had it kind of, in the back of my head as something that I want to make for a little while now. You know, I've never had airplane food. A big reason for that is I fly on the cheapest possible flights that I can find. I think another is, I don't think that the flights I take are long enough to justify it. Ah! Stupid disco shell. Ah, man. I think the last time I was on a plane, I was very surprised at the sheer quantity of drinks that somebody a couple rows ahead of me was ordering. It was a lot. It was a whole lot. Right? Yeah. Doesn't make any sense to me. The only thing I could see is, like, if flying is something that you're afraid of, and the liquid courage helps with that. Aha! You would think so. Come on, man. I need to come up with a more consistent way of doing that. But I don't have time to sit and wait for like a queue there. Cause that one disco shell is coming for me. Ah! Okay, well I guess it just works. Okay, alright. That's such a cool level. That is a really, really good level. That was very hard. I had played it so much at the end there that it felt easy. But that was because I was doing everything right. We'll take a look at Sky Cleaver. Real quick look. Oh. Yo, thanks, Koala. What a lovely quality of life. Okay. Slide under, shoot, and then go immediately. The fact that you don't shoot fireballs automatically while you're spinning is great. There was that one Yoshi's Revenge level that had you spinning and shooting things with fireballs. And you kept shooting fireballs as you were spinning. But that was pretty cool because, the level was constructed around making use of those fireballs that were being shot automatically. But yeah, that disco shell level, by far the hardest thing in this hack so far. For me. Oh. Cat food. I have a cat food delivery happening. Do they? Oh, they do. Oh, that's good. This is such a great hack.
Yes, Spiky Spike, you tell that mailman.
Do I need like a second fireball? I might need a second fireball. Maybe I should pet my dog some more. Yeah, I think... Where else? Yay, Christina! Wait, you named your new puppy Spike? That's super cute. Buddy. You did a good job. You scared them away. Okay, I see. Alright. Well, we reached the halfway point of the section. Faster. You gotta be faster. I didn't die. Okay, I think I'm gonna be wrapping up here very shortly. I need to scrounge up something to eat for lunch. And then I've got
Hello there.
a ton of video work to do. Uh-oh. Okay, I get it. I get it. That's what that line of coins is for. This is a cool section. This is a really cool section. I have, like, every level in this hack so far. Really, really good hack. It's Hall of Fame, right? Gotta be. It actually has to be. I'm gonna be mad if it's not. It is. Okay. I legitimately would have been very angry if it wasn't. Man, this is a good hack. Alright. I need to get off here. Let me see who's online right now so we can send a raid somewhere. Thanks, Dana. Yeah, well, I think they do like one group of hacks per year, and that group of hacks comes from 2 different years. I think that's probably the last time they're going to do that for a while, because I think they're caught up on previous years. Maybe I'm wrong. Easy. Yay! Gigantic Bucket is online. We're gonna go raid him. Thank you very much. But you see, Sauce, some of those hacks have really neat gimmicks in them. Gigantic Bucket is doing Brotherman right now. Brotherman's a really fun hack. Alright. Bye, guys. I'll be back online again tomorrow. We're coming right back to this. The end of Beginnerthon is this Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It's exciting. Exciting. We're doing 3 hacks. We're doing, the Wand Stew Race as a race against Thirst for Power. And then it's Quickie World 1 and Super Germ Dove World for the last beginner difficulty. And then I have like another 100 hacks to do. Right. Bye, everybody. It's over!